How can you really know if someone's a particularly good problem solver? How do you access that innermost workings of the mind? Could they be the next Da Vinci? Einstein? Brian Brushwood? There's only one way to find out, and that's to challenge them with puzzles like the one we have today. We're gonna blow people's minds, get them thinking outside of the box, get them to do the impossible, all for the stakes of one simple free beer, because it has gotta be go time for office hours. Hello, beautiful people. Today is day 168 of office hours, where we continue the mission to bring you the brightest and the best of 2009. That's right, I'm talking about Scam School School. Scam School was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. So Scam School School is the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. These fine folks, they are the elites, the real ones. They are the best and the brightest. They're the ones I'm gonna thank when I get an Oscar. But you could be among them if you join us live. Anywhere. You can do it on youtube.com/Moderove/Scam twitch.tv/9attack, x.com/wood, so help me, even LinkedIn. Look, today we're on to episode 65, the House of Nails trick. Now, yes, the first question you're going to have is, Brian Brushwood, how did you bring a hammer and nails into a bar? The answer is, people will do a lot of things if you don't give them an opportunity to raise questions. We're going to watch the episode in its entirety. Then we're going to get secret behind-the-scenes intel of exactly how the production went. This is episode 67, the House of Nails trick.
This week, the trick that fooled me, and it involves nails. I should totally know this one. This episode of Scam School brought to you by my hookup for domain smacks, those basty crafters over at GoDaddy. Welcome to the only school whose mascot is a demonic hand puppet. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and this week we have a scam so new that I learned it less than 24 hours ago. After my stage show last night in Arkansas, Josh Talley came up and challenged me and beat the dealer. So let's learn the trick that fooled Brian, the House of Nails. How's it going? I'm Brian.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Katie and Eric. It is good to meet you guys. All right. Now, I know the moment you see Brian and nails and hammers, it's like, uh-oh. But don't worry, this is actually more of a puzzle. I'm going to scoot your beer over here if you don't mind. The question is, and there's a tasty beer on the line, is it possible to balance all of those nails, to suspend all those nails just on the head of this one? Figure it out. I'll buy you guys both a beer. That's 2 for 1. I'll give you each a beer, and if you give up, you can buy me a beer for the answer.
Can I?
Yeah. Start messing around.
Just on the head?
Yeah. Well, and the thing is I was actually, if we were like at a picnic table or something, I would actually hammer it right into the table. But since we're at a fine drinking establishment, I didn't want to mess that up, so I just sacrificed a deck of cards. But that's good.
It has nothing to do with the deck.
Right, it has nothing to do with deck of cards, but that would be clever to balance it and set them all up there. But it's nothing like that. Right. I like the way you're thinking, though. But feel free to get hands-on and actually play, because something might come to you. You never know.
It's a team effort? Okay.
So all of these nails have to go
balanced
on.
on
They
that.
all have to be suspended on the head of a single nail.
I don't even know where to start.
But you can do one. See, look at that. You're almost 10.
See?
Apparently, you can't do one. Never mind. There you go. That's one.
There's
You're like
one.
10% of the way there.
Maybe this. Come on. Maybe right now?
Yeah.
Dude, if you even get 2, I'll be.
You two like that.
Oh, okay. I just shouldn't have said
I
that.
think we give up pretty quickly.
Man, you were doing that wrong.
Oh no.
I don't even know where to start.
I'm feeling pretty dumb right now.
It's not a matter of how dumb you feel. It's a matter of how thirsty Brian feels.
Wait, repeat it one more time.
You've got to get all of those nails suspended on the head of that one nail. Like none of them are touching the cards, none of them are touching the ground or the table, the tabletop. They all have to be up off the table, off the cards, suspended only on the head of that one nail.
Ryan, this seems impossible.
Well, indeed you would think so, but the answer will astound you. This is a great way
I
to
can't bend metal.
put
so
somebody
that's
in the,
not
yeah.
cool.
You know what,
Right.
that would be a good one,
Yeah,
and maybe
yeah.
that's a good stipulation, is that you don't have to bend metal, although if you got hardcore, you probably could fashion
Yeah,
some
just
kind of
whittle it on
weird
there.
cage on there or something.
Yeah, just have it curling.
Are you guys ready for the answer?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to give up the answer, but first, we have to thank the people who make Scam School possible. GoDaddy.com. Web hosting for GoDaddy.com includes 99.9% uptime, 24/7 support, and free access to Hosting Connection, the place to install over 30 free
They're not
applications,
paying for
sure to
this.
help you
Get
most
out of
from your
here.
hosting plan and
Get
website.
you
Don't forget that we're gonna be
Iota.
putting the best-
How about this? I will say that, man, you could really feel the absence of that ritual of toasting in order to take us out to sponsor. That was although those domains were very cheap. You could domain smack just out of spite. But there is something about that lyrical pacing. Here we go. Now we're back.
Unless you do this. All right, this is it. I'm gonna show you what he showed me. And it's the kind of thing that the moment you see it, you're gonna kick yourself. Because like all good scams, you're gonna feel like you should have known the entire time. Look at that, he's already getting it together. Almost there, wait for it.
I'm still leery.
Wait for it.
You're still not believing it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I like the way you're able to mask your anger.
Oh, look at that.
There it is, right there. And in fact, here we go.
What did I think of that?
Let me see if I can get it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, you're point
close
proven.
enough. Good enough for a beer.
Hey, all right.
It's pretty good though, right? And all you need is it doesn't matter what size nails you got, as long as they all have a relatively big head. You don't want the panel nails, the root, that are straight. And I would actually love to. I didn't happen to have the big ones, but I'd love to use some of those giant 30-penny nails that I use for the human blockhead. That'd be an interesting giant structure there. You guys were wonderful. Thank you so much.
That
Hope you
was
guys
really
enjoyed
cool.
it.
That was awesome.
I'm gonna use that on many a folk.
Whenever you bring all these nails to the bar. Big thanks to Josh Talley of Arkansas for teaching me this scam. If you want to share your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. Any questions about this, or if you've got video pulling off a scam, make sure to post them at the boards at revision3.com/scamschool. And of course, as always, you can follow my adventures all over the United States at twitter.com/schwood. Next week, we're going to be learning some cooking tips. We're going to freeze-dry beer to make taco seasoning. But first, I'm going to taste it, before it's freeze-dried.
Yeah. Man, that is a
That I learned
short,
it less
to
than-
the point, very brief episode. You can tell it's interesting. On the one hand, you can tell that Brian just hasn't done it for many people before. He literally did see it just the night before, and then was like, yeah, let's do it. But unfortunately, along with that, oh, that's a nice shot. Look at that. Hold on. Take a look at this. Look at that depth of field on there. That looks so good. This is Jordan Dertinger's camera work again. You get just an awesome cinematic depth, and look at that too. So good. He also does excellent. I love the amount of, look at the color saturation that you get in here versus how it gets all washed out on this shot right here. All of a sudden it gets real flat, and you can see the lighting. A lot of this can be fixed in post with new software tools these days. But it's interesting because you can pick up on Brian's lack of confidence on all of this. And not just on the trick itself, but also the delivery. And Brian's a little bit more defensive than we normally see him. Also, you can tell it's a shoot earlier in the day, in the daytime. So I don't know if it's rushed or what. But you can tell maybe old Brian's being sheepish on the fact that this is a little bit too close to the Boy Scout level magic or gotcha trickery. I know that at the time, it was really important for me that Scamp School have a perceived edge to it that I very clearly no longer feel. I no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone. The spiky hairman is not as drunk as later in day shoot. I'd hate to be so reductive, Adam, but I think that's what we're picking up on. I mean, obviously it takes years and years to build the habits and rhythms and flows to know how to be relaxed on command. And in those early days, certainly, you know, we've seen the pendulum swing, as we will many times, to sometimes a little too much. And I'm going to say this one, a little bit not enough for Brian's skill set and confidence at this point in his career. He's a little too defensive and drinking his spinach. Brian gets hammered. Brian does the hammering. But this is a good trick. It unfortunately is just popular enough that you're really rolling the dice. It's 50-50 on if they know it, they know it. If they don't know it, it's really deeply satisfying. How many of you guys, as of this watching it, knew it going into it, the moment you saw it? I know some of you guys maybe have seen this before and forgot. Some of you guys have never seen it before. And then the rest of you guys are like, oh yeah, this one, I know it. I'd be curious what the spread is on that. And then while you're posting in the comments, we can go ahead and, oh, look at this. You can see the tension. Look at the shoulder to head spacing. Yeah, that's right. Brian is all the way folded in on himself. Yeah. Magic 51 knew it right away. Not Scary Steve knew most of it. Forgot the top nail, so partial map. BioCow could remember this one, couldn't remember the trick. You know, and that's a fine place to be if you're at the bar and you're setting it up. Especially the real key thing is to give a conspiratorial wink and make it clear that it's okay if somebody knows it, but if they do know it, they have to be on your side. Look at that shot. Another gorgeous shot. I am currently deeply in love with these long, deep shots. As a matter of fact, we just did a shoot. I kind of want to show you that. You know what? Actually, I will. Hold on. Here, we'll do this. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Here we go. 1 second. It's going to be worth the trip. Wait a tick. Oh, of course. Of course I'm logged in on the wrong thing. But that's okay, because it's gonna let me find this. Yeah, look at it. Here's a project we're working on right now. This is what we shot yesterday. Look at that shot. This was an all-in-one that we just nailed. It's exactly a 1 minute long delivery. And I think we make it all the way to the end on this one. But that's just shot on an iPhone. And it's like I'm trying to lean into the new set of rules because like that looks superior to the shot that we just saw, which we'll go back to shortly. And then we're going to play the rest of our games. But for a continuous all-in-one shot, I thought that came out real good. Yeah. And then you get a little bit of the color. Oh, yeah. That was the one that didn't work out because the clock bell went on. At any rate, so, but you're not holding a lav mic and talking into it. BioCow with the rage bait. Just rage baiting. So, House of Nails trick is a good one. What mic did you use that with your phone? I wear it is one of those DJI Mic 2s, but I make sure to use the really, really good, I forget the name of it, but it's TV level production mic that I wear right here. And so we just record locally while it transmits to the phone. But Oh, did I miss a letter? Oh, yeah, you're right. Whoops. Yeah, I missed a spell check. Sorry. Anyway. So, good trick. Now, here's the question. How many views do we think it got? This one was part of the dump. We have not yet got up to real time. This is all of the dump that came before September 2009. Yeah, it wasn't shot with a drone. That was just a handheld iPhone. All right, Curtis Hoffman says 20,000. Oh yeah, it's Adam says 257,000. Cliff Horn says 12,000. 37,000. 56,000. 38,424. 10,000 per nail, says ATL John Boy. Argyle Gargoyle says 11,000. Argyle Gargoyle, that seems like a new name. Good to see you. G. James B says 45,000. Thomas Burnell says 78,000. Zoe Brings Breakin' says 98,000. Kuro Metariku says $1. Ladies and gentlemen, the actual number of views was indeed 7.3 thousand. By Price is Right rules, Kuro Metariku just won. Although someone might be closer because we're not doing Price is Right rules. But you were right to take the under, Kuro Metariku. Well done. So in this case, I can see why it was beneath the threshold. It just lacked a little bit of confidence. It lacked clarity. Even the edit in the opening shot, you can kind of tell there's a downbeat in there. This is one of the things, especially being in the early days, there are only so many coupons you get to ask other people to do things. And for all I know, there were bigger structural things that needed to be fixed. For example, later on, there was a moment where we were talking about the difference between good nails and bad nails. So that looks like a Brian note that would have been added in there. But meanwhile, I would kill this 1 second pause here at the beginning where it goes.
How's it going, Brian?
Yeah, like that. And I would come in the middle of that now, but then again, I have a different sensibility. And also, this is before I was in charge of that kind of thing. This is long before Brian was in charge of production. Brian was still learning. Ooh, Not Scary Steve is casting spells, which means I need to open the flows. There we go. And so they are open. All right. The upside of there being not so many views is that we all get to comment on it. As you guys know, one of the things I love is the fact that there are breadcrumbs left in all of these past posts where people leave comments, and guess what? They will get responses.
That's a great idea.
That's right. It is a great idea. We're going to actually reach out to all these people. Here, let me switch. Ooh, and then I'm going to tell you about the miracle that I can't believe happened. YouTube did something I've never encountered before. It was incredible. We're going to reply to all these comments. Here, I'm going to... Oh, good. I just posted that there. cameras, my good man. Nobody questions you when there are cameras afoot. Who watched this in 2017? Does 2026 count? What a freaking weirdo what a freaking weirdo going to the bar with a hammer and nails? Yes. That is the weirdest thing about Brian Brushwood. Am I the only one who just can't watch the remixes? I have to see the full thing, and that is a compliment. Do I have the experience for you then? Join us for the daily live streams. We're walking through the entire back catalog and dishing on all... Ooh, here we go. We'll throw that whiteboard on there. There we go. There we go. Pow-pow. And dishing on all the behind-the-scenes goodness. It's a trip. See you there, BB. First glance, me. I don't think this is possible. Me thinking for a while. I think this is similar to the straw plane trick, where Ecology's balancing three knives. The frame has to continue watching the solution. Well, I got the half part correct. That amazed me. Right on. That's a 10 out of 10 for what I hope you'd get. Brian. I'm the 8th comment after 7 years of this video existing. And I'm the first reply after 10 more years. See you in a half decade. Skip ad 434. What is this? 2000, what would it be? 2013? First, congrats, sir. And I can confidently say, statistically speaking, very likely, sir. Oh, wait a minute. There's a crown. There we go. That means that's where it's got to be. Fixed. Fix. This is a fast one. Oh, yeah. No, we're definitely going to be... I've already thought about this. When we get to the Scam School remixes, we're just going to watch both in the same day. We're going to keep on going. It's an infinite recursion loop. Although at this point... Wait a tick. Are we past my first appearance on Twit yet? If this was shot, let's see when this is released. I'm going to go to the DCTVpedia. Let's see. By the way, happy Monday the 13th. Take that, Garfield. That's Garfield, we're going to say. Let's see. So if we are now at... Crack the government conspiracy. Yeah, 2009. Does anybody know when my first Twit appearance was? I think I taught Leo Laporte to eat fire. Brian Brushwood teaches Leo Laporte to eat fire. Turns out I eat fire a lot. Oh, there is. Oh, yeah. That's us in the audience in 2011. Oh. Look at that. There's me introducing Dragon Box, which now is part of core curriculum. Interesting. All right. Oh my God, there's so many moments. What were you thinking is a new show? Shenanigans. So many shenanigans. That's hilarious. Garfield did fall on hard times. That's the problem. Okay, let me tell you guys a story about the good guys coming out on top, a thing you never see. So right now, YouTube is blessing. Let's see. Let's go to analytics. We've got a video that had never taken root on Scam Nation, and it really should have, is the explanation, the story behind the viral knife fail. For it got a push on a couple of different formats. On Scam Stuff in long form, it showed up. And on Shorts, it had a good run on Modern Rogue, but the place that most certainly should have taken it, it never showed up. And so in this case, I tried it again, and this time it knocked right out of the park. It had a velocity of 20,000 views per hour. And then, look at that. Last night at 9 o'clock, 0. It goes from 10,000 views per hour to 400 to 100. And I got a little note here. Let me see what it says. The note was, we'll read it exactly as it said. Hold on. Oh no, is it not here? Oh, it would be a different one. It would be, oh wow, I don't think I've logged into the Scam School show one. I'll have to find it. You know what? I will find it. Scam Nation show? Scam School show? I should really know what the login is. I'll do it on another computer. Hold on. We'll do this. Yeah, here we go. Scam Nation. It looks like the story behind that viral knife fail may not be appropriate for younger audiences under our community guidelines. We placed an age restriction on it. Review and take action, right? So when you get one of those, it's pretty much the death of your video. Your content was age restricted because of community guidelines. Learn about your resolution options. I have been burdened with learned helplessness. I've never seen anything change on this, but I did file an appeal, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Hi, Scam Nation. We have reviewed your appeal for the following. After taking another look, we can confirm it does not violate our community guidelines. Thank you for your patience. We've removed the age restriction, and they left it monetized. Now, here's the thing. Why? This is where we get in the Brian headspace. Why do you suppose the change of heart? Why do you suppose that every other time I've pushed this, it's told me that no, it violates guidelines? Why do you think YouTube was cool with it this time? There's a human looked at it. Yeah, that could be. I think a human looked before. Here's what I think. I think part of it is that that standards have changed in terms of what is shocking and what counts as gore or whatever. And I think, yeah, a human being in the loop mattered. Better AI analysis, yeah. Here's what I think. I think, speculation, I have found that YouTube is much more tolerant of horseshit as long as it's from a definite known human who keeps showing up. I think that the fact that this channel continues to be a human channel that keeps showing up worked out in my favor, quite simply. Wait, what is this? I know him, 3206. That sounds like a reference that I don't get. EMT wants to know, what's my favorite self-working card trick of all Scam School, Scam Nation time? Man, there's only 1,000 to pick from. We'll get to it though, I'm sure. It's a really good one. Yes, certainly a human was involved, but what I mean is, just like these live streams seem to have a more permissive structure in terms of fair use and what automatically gets content ID'd. I think that likewise, the channel in general has a reputation of being run by a human, not algorithmic, more AI, difficult to parse, robot on robot idiocy. Oh, that's awesome. I know him, 3206, is using Google Auto Translate to translate just speaking into their phone. That's great. Hawk Worley says, I need a new book recommendation. What are you reading right now? I just finished Why Brains Need Friends, which is good, by Ben Reen. And the one I'm reading right now was a recommendation from Thomas Bernellis, who's right in the audience right now. I am halfway through Ego, Authority, Failure by Derek Gaunt, which is good. It's about it's in the vein of Chris Voss's Never Split the Difference. It's hostage negotiation tactics in terms of better interpersonal skills, which is really good. Oh, Jamie, you know the story on that, right? If you just search crazy video game here in 9 minutes, crazy video game here in 9 minutes. There we go. I'll give this to you. Boom. You can see that it took a little bit of beeswax, and that is all. And it took 9 minutes from out of the shower. A lot of that, the heavy lifting was just the very dedicated cut, so it took very little time. But then it would last for several days. So on a per day basis, it was like 3 minutes per day. Notes from a Fellow Traveler by Darren Brown. I'll have to check that one out. Friends Who Need Brains might be zombies. Ah, yeah. Ego, Authority, Failure was written by someone who works with Chris Voss and Black Swan Group. Oh, good. Argyle Gargoyles reading The Diamond Age. Will you do me a favor, Argyle Gargoyle? Will you let me know if it's as prescient as I perceive it to be? Because I've given it 2 laps. The first time, I read it just when it came out. The second time I was thinking about it in terms of social media and the stratification of social media, but I wonder how it stands up in the age of abundance post AI. So let me know if that lands for you. Yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, it's Adam says it held up last year. That's really good. It is a great freeze frame. Right on. So good news. The question now, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I want to see what happens post drop-off, because I don't think... Oh, it does look like it goes in waves of testing this stuff, so it looks like it's willing to try it. Meanwhile, check this out. Here's the thing I don't think I've ever seen. This engagement rate... Here, we'll look at the more up-to-the-minute one here. 81%, 81.7% is an all-timer for our channel on Shorts. So I'm kind of hesitant to muck around with it at all. There we go. Let's go to engagement. Yeah, look at that. It is sitting pretty at 83% engagement rate, which is just remarkable. 83% of people are just like, go on, and they sit through enough of it that it's a real view. And then 99.1% give it a like. And then the watch time, average view duration, they watch for 40, almost the entire thing. I think it's like a 55-second short. So, yeah, I'm not going to muck with this one in the meantime. But we'll see. Oh, my God. Please don't read the Diamond Club. I have not read the Diamond Club. I barely read the parts that I wrote. Everyone should buy Diamond Club. No one should read Diamond Club. Exactly. Oh. If it's no longer for sale, then I don't mind tipping a little bit. I don't know if I should, though. It's his to sell. He developed the secret. Think of a liquid that is commonly available that makes things get really cold. Now, not liquid nitrogen. That's not commonly available. This commonly available liquid is available at office supply stores. That's about Penn and Teller Fool Us level hint giving. Yeah, it's not ammonia. Not ammonia. It's relatively non-toxic if not inhaled directly. But take that and drop it on a coin, and it looks great. Looks really, really great. If I remember correctly, the full routine involves a bunch of hidden apparatus that allow you to cause that freezing effect without anybody knowing where stuff came from. All I did was off camera use that liquid. I will allow you guys to have this discussion, so as I am not involved. I'm just Penn Jillette sitting on a throne saying Google keywords on Penn and Teller Fool Us. So Scam School, I'm going to let cook on this for a bit, but I am well pleased that we have a really good onboarding right now. So if the first thing you encounter, I always check in on sort of what the new customer journey is, the new fan journey would be. So let's say first you're like, oh my God, that video was real. That's great. That's part of the Brian Brushwood story. The twist at the end of this card trick, as you guys know, this one's great. The retention graph is very, very good on it. It's a very good trick with a very satisfying payoff. Also very indicative of what you can expect from this channel. I don't know why. There we go. And then third place, it'll take you into learn this prank. Oh, I think we actually have analytics on there. Yeah, this is the one we talked about yesterday. 215%. Everybody watches it twice. Beautiful. And then learn the ring toss. That's another thing where the person watching is the star of the show, which is always how I like. So that guy's getting a nice little boost, which is good. Nice flat, no wasted space, no drop off. And then we get into classics and this newer one. And I am heartened to see folks showing up for the live streams. You know, the live streams are not everyone's cup of tea because there's a lot of time. And but I am banking on the fact that people are looking for content to have on in sort of an AM radio kind of way. And in addition to the more polished stuff, like the recent Joe Diamond Penn and Teller trick, which is doing very well. That's a good one. Anyway, welcome to a peek behind the scenes with Bri. today we got a bunch of other stuff going on. It's exciting times. Thank you very much for watching the VOD, Cliff Horn. I appreciate it. The live stream is my cup of coffee. When will I be on Fool Us again? Man, that would take a lot of effort. I don't know. As soon as I catch a few minutes. How about that? All right, beautiful people, I'm going to wrap up the stream. I got other important stuff, including we're rounding the corner on World's Greatest Con. If you guys are not following World's Greatest Con, go to worldsgreatestcon.com and start catching up on all the old episodes. All right, beautiful folks, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye. The Office, 3/4 of an hour. Yep. Hey, Charles Rubach. Hey, Marion G. Hey, Dylan Theus. Hey, G. James B. Curtis Hoffman. Jamie. Oh, yeah, it's Adam. Marion G. Maddox the Psychic. BioCow.
Oh, I'm almost there. Wait, if I reroute the sync...
Don't do it!